Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and are making some really good trades, and let's dive right into the analysis here. And again, the markets made a slightly higher high today, so basically a new all-time high. A bit of volatility though. ECB announced rate cuts. Even with that announcement, the dollar did drop today, and yields were kind of like spiking up a little bit, so putting some chop in this market. The small caps took a bit of a dip, but overall, still maintaining, this bullish bias. It's a bit of a pause day. Nothing really happened, but we'll dive into it. So I still think that this could be finishing up in a fifth wave at any moment of the wave 3. And when it does come to an end, and it can come to an end at any moment now, because we do have bearish divergence on the SPY, and also pretty important note is that NVIDIA is also finishing up its fifth wave of a fifth wave of a fifth wave. So everything is kind of topping out here, and it's funny because we ran right into our resistance level. We had a small gap up with a spike up, and it's kind of been like selling throughout the day, right? So you see we entered our level perfectly, big rejection, and then sideways chop. So is this the top for NVIDIA? Has NVIDIA finally topped out? Right, so that's the $1 million question that's everyone's gonna ask themselves now, and I do think that we could be getting a significant pullback in NVIDIA soon, which could actually lead the Nasdaq and the Russell 2000 to, sorry, not the Russell 2000, the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq to get a slight pullback here, pretty decent pullback, because the composition of those indexes is pretty heavily weighted on NVIDIA. So essentially right now we are in the danger zone. This would be a profit-taking area if you're long NVIDIA from the levels that I called out down at 700 to 800. Been a 56% gain overall, and now you just got to take your profits here. So this is what I think you should be doing. And again, this is not financial advice, so do what you think is best. And we also have weekly bearish divergence as well. So it's all everything's starting to line up here. So just do what you think is best. I was also taking a look at NVIDIA for smart money, and we saw big selling coming in here on the daily, the 4-hour and the 1 hour as well, I think. Or was it a different time frame? No, it was just a 1 hour in the daily. Is it anything on the weekly? No, nothing on the weekly. So yeah, that's what I think is going on. Took a small short position today on NVIDIA. We'll see if this one plays out. Okay, let's take a look at a few more names here. We'll take a look at Tesla. So Tesla got a nice little pop today. It was up 2% at one point, but still chopping sideways. Could need more work. Stochastic RSI looks like it's reset. This could have just been a flat correction sideways and then ready to pump up towards the upside. Let's cover some other things here. We'll take a look at GME, right? Why not? So GME and AMC are getting ready, in my opinion, to get a big pump towards the upside here. Tomorrow you got Roaring Kitty or something. They're gonna be he's gonna be doing a live stream, and I think I think some of my members posted what his position is. He is currently up $382 million. He has call options that are up 100% now, or sorry, 375%. Total gain of $118, 118% on his regular long, so not his calls. And yeah, I mean, today's gain for him was over $250 million. So big congrats to this guy. He's killing it. He's got a total value of $500 million now. Which is kind of funny, and I hope these guys continue to make a big money here. They deserve it, and it's been a funny stock to watch. But I actually think that there could actually be significant more upside coming for GME. Like I said in previous videos, I think you could easily get to the 250s, back to the 250s, even after the split. You can get maybe another 10x from here. And again, this is all based on a short squeeze. The big money is upset. They're calling this manipulation, whatnot. And it's funny when it doesn't go their way, it's manipulation of the markets, right? So, but now it's like legal manipulation. He's bought too many calls and they don't have enough stock. The biggest cost seller doesn't have enough stock to cover. So this is going to cause a massive squeeze up, in my opinion, for GME. So again, I'm not I'm not advocating to participate in this or anything, but do what you think is best. I think any dip from here in GME would be a great buying opportunity if it could get back down to maybe the 20s, right, or 30s. But we're far away from there now. Okay, let's continue here. We'll cover a few more things. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple kind of finishing up as well. Its first wave of its fifth wave. So maybe a pullback is coming in the near term. That's why I said like NVIDIA started to top out. And Apple's also started to top out. Do I think the market is topping out though? Right, the SPY I think could still have more upside left in the short term. Right, obviously if these stocks start to fall, the mega caps, that's gonna put a kink in this in this trade, right, in the indices. Same thing for the triple Qs, right? Triple Qs are up tremendously. We are approaching the sell area for the triple Qs as well. So this is why we have to be on caution mode here and kind of be wary of what we're doing in terms of our trades. So keeping a close eye on this one, but overall we are still up on our positions. Let me cover oil. We'll take a look at oil. So we've been short oil. And we actually covered a position at the lows here. I'd be interested in potentially getting back into an oil short. I think this is wave 4 here, and then we're going to go finish up this 5th wave of the first wave down of the bigger trend, and this is going to spark, in my opinion, a big meltdown in oil. I think oil is going back to probably the 65 level or even lower as a global recession nears, and you're starting to see demand drop as well. And it's not a good look for oil right now. I think you should be bearish if anything on oil. But again, you do what you think is best. Tomorrow we got the final piece of data that's going to be pretty important for the market, and that's going to be non-farm employment change. It's actually expected to rise. So on Wednesday we had ADP non-farm payrolls, and that one was actually expected to drop from the previous report from 188 to 173, and we got 152, which was quite bullish, right? We want bad economic numbers. But on Friday, we have the previous forecast. The previous report was 175, but the forecast is 182. It's expected to increase, which is counter to what the ADP report was. So keep a close eye on what the report is going to be tomorrow. It's coming out at 8:30. And then we have the unemployment rate, which is expected not to change from 3.9 to remain at 3.9. All right, so yeah, that's basically it. Gold and silver, massive rally today. Silver was up 4%. I think this wave 4 is in now. You can call this finished, and now it's starting to impulse out in this final 5th wave. So 34 to 39 should be your target here for silver. And again, it's another, how much of a jump is this going to be? Another 18% up, so like 10 to 20, and then you should be finished this first move up in silver, and then big correction back down in a cycle wave 2. This could take months or weeks, and then once we get back down to some of these levels, it's going to be a great opportunity to reaccumulate silver for the next leg up in a wave 3. Dollar, again, very bearish, the dollar right now. Even with this upsloping trend line, you can see you had a breakdown, retest of resistance, and now you're going to continue to break lower, in my opinion. And that's going to help equities go up. But we got some kind of getting some mixed feelings here and there, right? What the SPY and the triple Qs are doing. What we really need is the IWM, these small caps, to break out here. We need it to punch through here in a very impulsive manner and get this party going, right? And once this happens, then you'll finally get this topping phase in the market, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll have to see if we can even get that, right? Maybe I'm wrong and we don't get anything like that, and the IWM doesn't end up pumping at all. But this is really heavily weighted on the Fed's interest rates, this sector at least. Okay, so that's essentially it. Let's cover ROKU and TLT. So we'll take a look at ROKU here. So ROKU, again, more sideways chop, not too much price action here. Again, I do like it, but it's a tough trade right now. and this could easily be 1, 2, and then down in a 3. So if you get a big news event and a big red down day, to me, I would just stop out of the trade, and because I think this would be going back to the 38 level here. Okay, let's take a look at the TLT. So yields, right? Kind of a pause day today. Let me see the TMF because we sold some calls. So for us, we need the calls to we need TMF to remain below 52.50, and then we're gonna collect some nice premiums, and we can remain inside of our position here. But if it wants to go over there and it cashes us out, then I'm not going to be opposed to that either. But this was just another beautiful dip buy here in terms of the TLT, and we should be set to go up in this third wave here, in a 5-wave move up. So just expect some more upside in the short term for TLT, and the yields should continue to go down here, which will help equities. But we could be finishing up this wave 1. Right, and then pull back into 2, which means TLT maybe gets a slight pullback here, right, and then continues up. So that's basically it, the game plan, and it's playing out pretty well. Let's take a look at a few other names here. Some of them were pretty exciting. I think there was an NVD or something like that. No, MDV. Yeah, this one was down pretty dramatically today. Could be a dip buy opportunity. I'm not too sure what the fundamentals are of this company, but the RSI is extremely oversold now, and I'm not seeing any real bids. But I think there was just some bad forecasts for the earnings, and bad guidance for the year, and it had decent earnings. But I think that it could be a dip buy. I'm gonna work on a chart for this one, and I'll keep you guys up to date on it. Let me cover some of the gold miners. So the GDX and GDXJ continue to go up here. So again, it's going to be choppy. It's not going to be an easy trade, right? But the trend is most likely going to continue to go higher here. So that's just my opinion. It's playing out pretty well so far. I would call this the wave 3 now. All right, so you're essentially inside the third wave. And this finished over here, and now you're just impulsing up, right? You should impulse up, and you should finish around this area between 75 to 59. So anywhere here, you should take your profits and then move on. Okay, let's cover some final things here that I want to talk about. Is that crypto is also going up here. So this is a good indicator of where the market's risk appetite is, and it's near its all-time highs right now. That just tells you that people are risk on, and they want to be risk on, and they are not scared of much at the moment, and they're taking loads of risk on, right? So they're not really scared, right? That's what I am getting from the crypto market and the S&P and the rest of the stock market as well, is that people are not really fearful right now, and they are willing to take risks as the crypto continues to push higher. I think crypto's finishing up its final leg here into the 80 to 100K level, and that's probably where I think the stock market's going to end up as well, with one final rally up, and then we're gonna get some bad news, or finally the Fed cuts the rates, and that's it. That's the top in the market, and recession begins. The economic numbers are abysmal, but the rates are not low enough, so they need to do emergency rate cuts. That's going to ensue panic in the market, and then we'll finish up all these counts, and it'll be beautiful. It'll be a beautiful topping phase, because the bears will get blown up, and then the late people who are late to the party are going to FOMO in and push it even higher. But that's the people who are going to get trapped. They're going to have to hold for the next 5 to 6 years, right? Okay, so that's basically it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going out tonight, get some nice dinner, and I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's market open. Have a good day. Peace.